Okay, it still says demo. Do you want to switch the tab view over to
Yes.
Adobe Express? There we go. And then I'll bring it up once
Okay.
ready. Boom.
Okay. So right now, let's start with Adobe Express. You just have to type express.adobe.com on the top uh, portion of your browser. And then after that, you just have to click on the plus button on the top left, as you would see here. So after that, let's click on the plus button, on which the option for you to create a video is right down below here. Okay? Click on that. And after you click video, it will prompt you for a title of your video. So as you would see on the screen, we're just going to create a video. Let's say, let's create. Andrew, do you have any suggestions for a video that we would like to create?
What type of imagery do you have? That'll give me an idea.
I usually have only training videos of people.
Um, community. How about community? Is that good?
Community. Okay, okay. So let's move. Let's do a creative community video. So let's do a creative community video on which
Great.
after we click next, you will be prompted by a story template on which it enables you to have a rough idea of what your story would be structured on. For example, if I want to create a promotion for an idea, but in our case, I'm just going to check on the other teams. For example, I just want to create a show and tell in our example. So let's pick this one. So what does this thing do? This will set you up for the following flow of your video inside of Express. And I love how they have created this user interface, the user experience, on which you would see a lot of great codes as the application is loading. Okay, so let's just wait for a little bit because, as
Okay,
you know, video is a very
there we
intensive
go.
job. Okay, so right now, as you would see here, this is Adobe Express video on which you have the following things that we have to first look at. On the on top portion of your interface is that you can enable yourself to preview, share, and download your video, but that's on a later basis. We're going to touch on the following slides here. So everything in Adobe Express is a slide on which you can put your videos, your photos, your anything. Okay, so here on our canvas, you can create and you can add photos by using the plus button. Okay, if I click on that, this will enable me to access videos, text, photos, and even icons. In our example, let's just put video first. So let's click on video, and I'm just going to add some movies that I have created before inside of Adobe Express. For example, I have this session before, which is a logo design video. Okay, so right now you can scrub, you can move the exact timing on which you can put the video that you want to insert, and you can just also navigate and add more of the video that you want to include. For in our example, let's just put 15 seconds here, and then let's click on save. This will upload the video inside of Adobe Express, on which it will clip the one that we had inserted. And I choose a very light video on this demonstration for us to be up to speed. So this is how easy it is that you can put your videos. This one is an MP4, so it's pretty small as of the moment. So let's just wait. So okay, so right now, as you would see here, this is already a video on which it has 15 seconds. Okay, so we have successfully uploaded a video inside of this slides. But if you want, you can zoom in on the video itself, because if you want, you can just put a priority or a focus on a specific
Nice.
portion. Let's say if I click on zoom here, I can just zoom in, and if I play on this, this will be uh, permanent on the zoom level. Okay. So next one is,
So you have to remember to zoom back out.
yes, if you want. Okay. So if I click on the pencil icon here for if I want to edit this again, I can just click on the zoom icon, and then I can just zoom out. So I can also make it so small to make it just a thumbnail. It's really your choice. Okay. So in my case, I'm just going to keep it to fill the screen, and then go back using this. And you can also edit it after you have trimmed. For example, this video is a bit long in my case. Let's just make this again into a 10-second one. So let's say this one, and I click on save. That's how easy it is. Okay. So if you want, you can also have the option to continue the clip. So if I just want to utilize all of them, and you can also clip the volume if you want to mute this. Let's say in this one, I'm just going to clip the volume and make it mute, because I have programmed in this. I have programmed this in my storyboard that this would be independent of any music. Okay, so this one is all of the options for you when you inserted the video. So let's move on to the next one, which is I want to add a text to my video. So that on this part, I'm just gonna click on the text one, and then you can just type in, let's say, creative sessions with our attendees, example. Okay, so with this, as you would see, you can just also select all of this text, and you can make sure that you can min- uh, minimize this or make it bigger if you want. And you can also click the delete button if you want. So on this part, you can also make the duration longer or shorter. In our case, this is just 4 seconds. If I want this to be, let's say, 8 seconds, I can just definitely do so by just click on the slides button here. Okay, that's one. And let's go to another one, which is, let's go to the third slide, on which we can use a photo. Okay, let's click on the photo, and then let's add some photos on this slide. Okay, for example, let's type on community. That's how easy it is. For example, if I want, let's just click on this one. That's how easy it is. Any questions on our audience?
Nice.
Okay, I think I'm just going to move on to the next one, which is we can add an icon. Let's go to the fourth slide, on which we can add an icon.
So,
To
quick
our
question I
design.
had.
Yes, sure.
So I see all those kind of suggested slides to go with it, but
Yes,
so it looks like it goes beyond 7, so maybe it goes up to 10 even or something. But if you
yes,
only filled in, say, 4 or 5 slides, and then you were to, save and download it, it wouldn't have like additional time of empty slides after like the fourth or fifth one that you put content in, right?
yes. It will respect the timing of the blank slides on which one this is 2 seconds. So it will really add the 2 seconds on each of the empty slides.
Okay, so it will add time to
Yes,
the empty slides.
yes,
Okay.
because this one is designed as with 2 seconds.
Okay. So if you wanted it to end after like 4 or 5 slides, you would have to click on those additional slides and then delete them.
Yes,
Okay.
you have
Good.
to do that. Okay. So next one, let's do on the icon. So it's in this example, I'm just going to click on the icon. Let's say, let's type it again, community. So we can put a visuals, for example, let's say this one. So that's how easy it is for you to create this one. You can also add text after this assets.
And then just to let you know, I think I um, interrupted you, so I ended up
No
you're
worries.
now in the fifth slide as opposed to the fourth slide.
Yes, this one
So I
is
guess
on.
that's a good opportunity to show how you can move slides around as well, right?
Yes, I'm on the fifth slide, so I'm just going to drag and drop it. So
So
that's
easy,
how easy it is.
very easy. Yeah.
Yes. And then, as you would notice, there is a plus button after you have created an icon on each of the slide. For example, this one. And I'm just going to click on this and add a photo behind the icon. In this example, I'm just going to add another photo on this. So I'm just going to tell a story about the community. So let's say this one. If I add on that, this will be put on the background, and then you would see that the icon automatically judges that I should be white because this one is not contrasting enough for
Right.
the first one. So this one, let's go to the third slide on which we have the photo. You can add a text on this. When you click on the plus button, you can add a text or you can add an icon. In our case, let's add a text. We are open for all. Yeah. Okay, let's make this. Okay,
Yep.
and let's make this. Let's say around 6 seconds. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the second slide on which we only have this, and you can also add a video inside of a text that is static. For example, let's click on the video here. There's a lot of options that you can do. For example, let's do another one, which is let's check on this one. That's this one. Let's click on this one. As you would see, let's just put a small part of this video. Let's say around 3 seconds, and drag this. For example, this one. You can easily drag the handles and click on save. And this one is already being uploaded to that slide while a text is up front. So if ever you have a video that is moving, that offers you a great experience on having that kind of presentation.
Great.
Okay, so let's move on to our fifth slide on which we have exhausted all of these options. Okay, so right now we learned how to enter and put videos, text, photos, and icons. Let's move on to another format on which we can discuss on the layout. So by default, this one is using a blank layout. If you want, you can use the full screen layout. If I click on this will enable you to also do a similar thing like this on slide 3. This is also a full screen implementation on which you can add videos, you can add photos, and you can add text or icons as a similar theme for that layout. If you want, let's go to the slide 5 again. I can add a split screen layout on which this will offer you uh, a better solution, a better option. Let's click on split screen on which we can add two portions of the canvas. For example, I can put on a photo here. Let's say, let's search again. Photos is not, the
Maybe
photos is not.
people. Maybe people might be good.
People. Okay, that's great, Andrew. Let's go on people. And let's put on happy people right here. So let's click on that. And as you would see here, I can add more text here. So for example, if I want another photo here, I can also add a description of text. For example, if I add, we are a happy bunch, aren't we? Aren't we, Andrew? We're a happy
You're a
bunch.
happy bunch.
Okay. Okay. So as you would see here, that's how easy it is if you're going to use the split screen feature. This one is a bit big, so let's click on the plus button here and click outside of it. So this one is, and you can easily switch the places here. So if I click on swap items, this will automatically do this for you.
That's fun.
That's how Yes, that's how easy it is. So
And
look,
then
that is,
can you change the color behind it too?
yes, you can change the color of that when you use the theme on our next portion. But right now we cannot change this as of the moment.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I almost forgot. If you're using the full screen version or the full screen layout, let's go to the slide two. As you will see here, if I put on my cursor and it shows me a hand icon, this will indicate that you can easily move the following text on a specific portion of your invisible grid. For example, this one, I can just make this a little bit shorter or smaller, and I can easily position this. Whenever you have faced a asset on which you can have the icon, the hand icon, you can easily put this to any zones. Or, for example, as you would see here, this would snap. Okay.
And Maria is here.
Hi,
Says
Maria.
yes. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Okay. So right now, let's move on to the third option on our layout. Let's go to slide 6, on which we're going to choose the caption layout. So if I click on that, you would see that this is also similar to our full screen, but it offers you three options. You can add videos, photos, and icons. On which let's do this. Let's, for example, put a photo here, and let's search again for people. And it's not loading. uh,
It says it's like 28 million results, and it's only
yes,
showing you
but
two images.
okay, let's go back again in the type community. So this will refresh.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's click on this. This one is a free photo because it doesn't have the crown icon here. It's
Right.
not a premium one. So this one will enable you to add a photo and also to add a caption on this. Let's say, let's all unite, for example. Yeah. Okay, so as you would see here, this will enable you to add a caption like feel on your slide. That's how easy it is. Let's move on to another
Nice.
slide, which is slide number 7, on which we can do the title and text. So let's click on title and text. This will offer you two things. You can add a video here. For example, I'm just going to add a video of this. Let's say this is our vector illustration video. Let's add and switch it here. Click on save. Those are actual classes that we're conducting way back in 2018. We're doing a lot of vector design and a lot of hands-on work.
Hmm.
This one is a 3-second video on which it would process. Don't give up. We're almost done. I love that. I love that. For example, if I want, I can just add a text here. Um, happy to training and consultations. Uh, oh, right click, consultations, and click another on which you can add um, another text inside of this text. For example, creative professionals are welcome to join. Okay, so that's the difference between the following layouts. If you want to add more text, you can just use the title and text layout for you to achieve something like this. Okay, so now that we have demoed all of this, is there any questions in the chat box that we would like to address? That's how
Uh,
easy it is.
so I have a question with the.
Sure.
So to let people know, how do you get your like logo in the bottom right? So you have Creative Nation with the logo that pops up in the bottom right.
Yes, Andrew, that's a great question on which we're going to address on the next one. I
Perfect time.
didn't. Yes, I didn't tell Andrew about that. Okay, so
You didn't
let's
tell
go
me
to
ahead
the.
of time.
Yes, this is not rehearsed. This is not recorded, and this is
It's all
happening live.
live.
It's all live. Okay, to answer your question, Andrew, let's go on the theme. Let's click on the theme on which you can now access your themes that you have created based on our first video. Remember, Andrew, we have the first video on how we create
Right.
the brand. So in my case, I have four custom theme brands. For example, if you do not have this set up on your end, you can just use the default ones, which is here. Okay. So for example, I want this to be a little bit of a flair. Say, let's click on this. If I click on that, you would see that everything from this presentation will change. Even my logo here, some of this is already been changed that fast. The logo here, the theme would enable you if you added a theme on your brand. So right now, as you would see here, this is being prominent in everything that I do. So I would highly recommend that you set up your brand on which you can adapt on this. You can definitely edit your stamp. If I click on that, you can make it visible or invisible. In my example, let's say I'm going to uncheck that. So this one will not be included on your video. It just says its logo, but I think this one is not going to be shown on your screen
Right.
after you render this. Okay, but I just want to also enable this, so just for branding sake. Okay, so let's move on and let's add more. Let's check on other themes. As you would see here, you can also use the shuffle colors here. For example, I want to add more colors here. And I click on that. This will enable me to automatically change the color scheme. So if I want, I can just click on, let's say I want this to be on black. Let's click on the noir. If I click on that, it also includes the transitions that is built in on the theme. So when we preview this, you would see some of the transitions happening here. Transitions cannot be edited as of the moment. I wish they were. This one is already built in on the each one. So I think we have a solid video here. So right now we can just click on the preview button here, the play button here. So what's the difference between this one and this one? This one will only preview on the slide that you have been selected. But if you click on this play button, this will automatically preview this from the beginning. Okay, so if I click on this, let's say let's just click on this. This will, you see, it only plays on the sixth and the seventh, which is there is a transition. That's why it has shown the number six slide. But if I click on the play button here, this will enable me to preview it from the start. So if I click on that, I have I have preview it from the start till the end. So if I want, I'm just going to click on the close button here. So that's how easy it is if you want to preview this.
Right.
Okay,
Nice.
are we up to speed, Andrew?
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so what we can do right now is that we can also add our custom personality on our video. So if you want, you can click on, let's click on the fourth slide on which you would see there is a button on this every slide that you encounter in Adobe Express Video. So if I click on hold on this one, this will enable me to record my voice into this slide. Okay, for example, if I'm just going to demonstrate to you this. Welcome to the creative community. We are welcoming all of you. So as you would see here, this will enable you that if I preview this, you would hear my voice being recorded on that slide. So let's preview this. Welcome to the creative community. We are welcoming all of you. You see that? That's how easy it is, and how you can take advantage of this to make it more personalized or
I
more.
like I like the way that it also keeps the music with it.
Yes, yes. That is also an option that you can change later.
Okay.
Okay. So after the themes, after you have set up all of that, let's go to the next one, which is the resize feature. Let's click on the resize here, and this will enable you to crop your video. For example, this one is already on the widescreen version. If I click here, the square one, if I click on the square one, this will automatically resize all of my slides to enable me to do something like this. If you're going to publish this for Facebook video, this will be great, right? So that's how easy it is. And then after that, we can go to the music tab, on which it offers you all of this music for free. So this is free to use, and you can also add your own music. Okay, you can easily add your own music here, but as always, you have to be very careful when you are going to upload anyone's music on a video. So you can also uh, turn off the music if you want, or you can tone down the background music. In my example, let's just tone down this, and then let's add a video on which audio on which we can. There are two things that you have to consider on when you're picking the music. If you click on the name itself, this will apply the audio on all of it. But if you click on the play button, this will just preview the music. For example, if I click on that, this is just preview. This is not yet implementing or applying it. For example, let's go on to uplifting. Let's preview this. Okay, let's click on the track further. So this one is already applied. If I click on the preview on the top bar, click on that, you would see that it applies all of the things that we have created. I'm just going to forward this. This one's also already 0:45, 41 seconds. Welcome to the creative community. We are welcoming all of you. You see, that's how easy it is. You can create this inside of Adobe
Nice.
Express. Okay, so let's move on to our options to share this to the world. Let's say if I click on the share button here, this will enable you to publish your created video. If I click on that, this will automatically upload this, and you can add subtitles. You have to pick a category. For example, this one is education. You can add your author name, or if you want to retain anonymous, you can just uncheck this. If you want, you can also put the get notice toggle bar, on which this will enable the Adobe servers or the Creative Cloud Express website to see your created assets, and they can promote this. But this one is also a this is by default for education users. This is default as off. This one is off by default for education users. But if you're a small business, this is already on. So let's click on create link. This will render on the background all of the things that you have created. So this may take a while. I'm just going to open the floor for some questions, clarifications. If I talk so fast, if
No, it's
I
good.
talk so
So, question I have is,
yes.
so it's creating the link now, but is there a way that you can also just download the whole thing as like a video that you can upload directly to, say, Facebook or some other, or YouTube?
It needs to this one. It needs to publish or create the link first before you can just publish this. For example, if I'm going to open another Express
So
page.
creating a link is creating it to download, is what you're saying, correct?
Yes, and also to share.
Right. Okay.
For example, if I go back here, after this loads, this will automatically be available here on my
Sure.
recent. If I click on the three dots here, I can just check on the share, and you would see that the option here is also to invite and publish, which is also the thing that we're doing on the other tab.
Right.
Okay, so let's move on to another tab. As we all know, video is really time intensive, and I hope this one is much more faster. But this one, this one is already faster than before.
Speeding
Uh,
up a bit. Speeding up.
yes, and it also depends on your internet connection. Here in the Philippines, our um, our usual speed is around 20 to 30 megabytes per second.
Wow.
So if you have at least 100 megabits per second, this would be much more faster.
I will let us know if anyone has any questions or comments.
Yeah, especially the hard ones. Uh, I have some questions that I prepared. I always question myself. Usually when I'm doing this
You have
kind of
questions for yourself.
yes, questions for myself, just to see that if I'm learning.
See if you're paying attention.
Yes, if I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. So in this example, oh, I love that. Okay,
Okay.
so you would this part you can just copy and paste this. So for example, if I copy this, you can just we can also preview. You can just preview this. How can I send this? For example, if I check on this, let's just paste on this. I think I just put it on the private chat on which you can access this already. And you have a lot of options that you can publish this again on social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter. If you're using Google Classroom, if you're an educator, also for Teams, if you're using Microsoft Teams, if you want to email this or embed this to our existing website that you have. In our case, if you have a company website, you can just embed this. For example, if I click on embed, you can just copy and paste this automatically. This will be previewed or shared in your website. If I click on Facebook, that's how easy it is. It will just upload this. Typically, just a two-click process.
Great. And we do have a question. So
Sure.
jump back here. So question is, does Adobe Express include Adobe stock? I think it's
Does Adobe
incorporated,
Express?
right? So the Adobe
Yes.
stock you get some free Adobe stock with it. Yeah.
Yes. Um, except if you're on the starter plan on which you do not have access to the premium ones, because this will not be accessible to you. But to
Correct.
address that question, I also have another one. I'm just going to close this because I think we're good
Right.
to go on this. Okay. Um, Andrew, can you please flash again the question?
Yeah. So
Okay.
does Adobe Express include Adobe stock?
Yes. If you're a paid subscriber, this will also not technically the asset that is licensed to you. This will just let's say borrow it. If you see here, what the great thing about Express Video is that on the end of the video, you would see that there is a credits slide on which automatically all of the photos that you have gathered will be credited automatically. You don't have to type anything. This will
Oh, that's
automatically
interesting.
generate by itself. Okay, and then each and every Express Video, it has an intro and an outro thing. For example, this one, it is automatically generated, the credits and the outro and also the intro. I think there is an intro on this. Yeah, there are times that they have included intro, there are times that they have not. Okay, but for this example, automatically credits and outro will be generated.
And just to clarify,
Yes.
Um, Also, if those are there, but you do not want them there, I believe if you just hover and you go to the three dots, you can like delete that slide, correct?
Yes. If you want, you can just delete this or hide it.
Right. Okay. Hide outro. Yep.
Yes. In this example, we only have 7 slides. You can definitely create more. I have tried to create a express video that contains around 300 layers, just for the sake of the argument
Wow.
of creating 300 layers, 300 slides on which you can do a lot of things. But as you would see here, if I add more than 25, Express Video will prompt you that, oh, I think you're creating too much tension. You create too much stress on this video. I'm going to show you. If I click on plus here, if I add more than 25 slides, Spark will notify me that, oops, I think you're getting too much ahead of yourself right now. Okay, let's add more.
Adobe Express will notify you they think you're crazy.
Yes. Heads up! For a snappy editing experience, we recommend that you keep your project to 25 slides or less. Because I think Express is really about micro learning or digesting small parts of the videos on which this will be
Sure.
effective more than just doing it the whole
Right.
yard.
And so a question I have is after you click OK, got it, can you do a Command Z to go back, or would you have to, or can you click one and then shift click another from the beginning and then delete all of them? Or you'd have
No.
to do it one by one.
Yes.
And so Command Z does not go back.
No. There is also
So now you
no
regret clicking
button.
25 times.
Yes. That's why if you this is a feature that uh, if you just want to test, you just have to create a lot of slides and then just delete this because this
Right.
will definitely eat a lot of your time.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. So I think we have the last option. I think we only have two ones. You can also invite people to collaborate on your video project. For example, if I click on that, if I type on my other non-sketchy non-sketchy email, for example, this one, uh, hi, please edit this to your
Sure.
heart's content. Go knock yourself.
Knock yourself out.
yourself out. Okay, invite to edit. So this one will enable you to Adobe servers to email you this invite. So you can just the only thing is that you can only edit one user can only edit this video at a time. So you
Sure.
cannot do the like the Google thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Yeah. Okay. The next one is if I want, I can just download this. For example, I
right.
I'm just going to delete all some of this. For example, if I want, I just go and download this for saving your edits. You see, they are right. You have to just mitigate and also not to overdo things on your own.
Yeah, it would be good if you could click on like the last additional slide and then hold down the shift key and then click on the first slide of this
Yes,
series that you don't
but
want and then hit a
yes,
delete key and goes away.
yes, but it doesn't. Oh, but let's just download this for a while. Okay, so this one is already downloading. This will take also some time, similar to the publishing process. So it also depends on your speed, the number of slides, the number of photos. So that's how it works for now. So as of this moment, I'm just going to switch on my slides. If anyone here has some questions, okay. So we have finished our demonstration of creating videos in Adobe Express.
Yeah,
It
great.
was it was a ride, right? It was a ride, quite a ride.
Yeah, nice.
So we're going to have some knowledge check. So right now, how many seconds is allowed per slide? Can anyone guess how many seconds?
I think it starts at like 2 seconds, but you can move the slider for more options, correct?
Yes, the maximum is 15 seconds per slide.
Hmm,
Okay. Uh, Another question. This is a question that I created myself. Another question for that is, how long is the maximum video that you can output from Adobe Express? The answer is 1 hour. 1 hour of video you can export in Express. You can create a 1 hour video inside of Adobe Express. That's
that's
the
great.
limit. The current size of that video is limited only on 2 gigabytes. 2 gigabytes, 1 hour, that's the limit.
Sure.
Okay. So, how can we record our voice as a narrator? You can just use the button, the record button, for you to speak, and automatically this will be recorded on the slide that
Yeah,
you
that
are in.
microphone icon, right?
Yes. Yes, Andrew. And then the next one is, what is automatically generated at the end of every video? Let's guess. Is it the intro? Hmm. I think it's the
Credits,
credits and the outro.
outro.
Yes. And you can hide the outro if you want, but you cannot hide the credits. I think. Uh, I think I'm. Am I wrong about that? Can I hide the credits?
Okay,
Yes, you can hide the credits.
Cat says total or per video. Do you want to let us know what you were referring to, since we didn't see that probably when you typed it?
Yes.
I'm not sure what that is related to.
I think she is referring to the total length of the video itself.
Right.
Yes, 1 hour per video, per project. Let's say this project,
Right.
one
Right.
hour per project.
Okay. Thank you.
And okay, you can also hide the credits if you want, but I definitely do not want this to be hidden, because it's just giving proper attribution to the people.
Sure.
Okay, so let's move on to our next, which is, again, the video limitation is 2 gigabyte of file size and 1 hour in duration per Express video. Okay, so some of the video limitations that Andrew has also noticed is that I didn't know that you can also just select them. That you cannot do that. I sure hope so that they could do something like on that. Some of the video limitations on Express Video is that you have no editing on the video layout. Well, limited, as you would see. You can just move the text, the layout, but it's pretty fixed. You can only have 25 slides as recommended, but I have tested around 300 to 500. That's the limitation. There is currently no support for video, multiple video layers or picture in picture,
Right.
and no audio per slide assignment. You can definitely record your voice, but if you want to add different audio, let's say background music per slide, there's no option for that. There is no manual transition, so this is dependent on the team itself. And 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Yes, it's 30 seconds. Oh, if you're uploading video, the maximum is 30 seconds. Okay.
So that particular slide can only have a 30-second video, can't be longer. Correct?
Yes, yes. And the videos that you have created is only hosted in Adobe server, so you cannot host this to any external one.
But to clarify, you can download the video itself, upload it to
Yes,
YouTube,
yes,
or directly to, say, Facebook or Twitter.
yes. You can
Great.
definitely do so, because sometimes people are embedding. Uh, if you can recall, on the share option there is an embed. This one is pulling all of the data from the Adobe servers itself if you're embedding it. But if you want,
Right.
you
So
can
if you
just host
embed it,
this.
it's connected to the Adobe server, as opposed to
Yes,
same way that, like, if you embed code from YouTube, it's
yes,
connected to the YouTube, server. Yep.
yes, yes. So
Cool.
that's the current video limitations. So some of the pros is that it's easy to learn. You can also have automatic branding integration, as you would see on what we have created. Crediting feature for photo stocks is being used. As you would see, there is a credits slide. Intro and end credits. You can upload custom audio, on which we discuss later on the music tab, on which you can add your own uh, copyrighted own music. You can also get background music available. There's a lot of great background music available by default. You can resize your video, and there is a collaboration feature. Okay, so let's discuss ways so you can manage your quick actions in a video. For example, if you want, because quick actions offer you a fast and free editing for images, videos. That is how quick actions work. It also enables you to save time by using the built-in features inside of Adobe Express. Some of the input file formats for quick actions for video is the following. So there is a lot of things that you can input. If you want to convert this, if you want to resize this is the whole list. So the popular ones would be MP4, MOV, AVI, MTS. But I think MTS is having some troubles on the audio side. I've seen on the support page. Yeah, but it's a work in progress. Okay, so if you want, you can also use some video converters. I can definitely recommend some of them, like this one by Paul Pacifico, the Shutter Encoder. It's a free software on which it works great. So let's discuss some of the quick actions for videos. I'm just going to switch on my Express page. So let's go back to our Adobe Express. In your quick action category on your homepage, you can go directly to video, and you can see all of the following options on which you can easily edit your video. For example, you can trim your videos, you can resize, you can merge, you can convert this to a GIF. You can also crop your video, you can change the speed, you can convert it to MP4, and you can also reverse the video. So in our example, let's just put a uh, example for this one. Let's click on the trim video. And quick actions is really a time saver. Uh, if you have, I can just, or let's just put this for example. Let's just put this video as a sample, so we could just doesn't work. Okay, let's click on browse your device. Let's put on some videos if you want to trim this. Open. And it also offers you a similar feel on using Adobe Express Video. This one is already been uploaded to Express. Takes a bit of more time. Okay, this one is a 23-second clip. So if I want, I can just trim this to a specific size. So that is, you can enter the start time and the end time here. You can also resize this if you want. In my case, let's say if I want, I can just resize this to square 1 by 1, and then fill the screen. Also, if I want, you can just mute this. And I can just click on the, let's say, let's just make this, okay, that's just 5 seconds. Let's click on download. So that's how easy it is. You can use this quick actions for video for you to process a lot of things before you put it on the Express video itself.
Great.
Okay, so if you close this will cancel everything.
Careful.
Let's go back to our downloads. As you would see here, the download has been finished.
Yeah.
So I can just open this, and I can just open this and
Do like a preview. Yeah.
yes, this one is already an MP4 file. So all of the things that we have created has been applied here. Is the audio? Uh, can you hear the audio, Andrew?
I don't
Is there
think.
audio?
I think faintly.
Welcome to the creative
Yeah,
community.
there it
You
is. See?
are well. Okay, let's just stop the preview there. As you would see, all of the things that we have created has been applied on this final video.
All right. So a word of caution I would give people is um, when you're creating this as he did in the beginning, and it was in a horizontal format, and then he resized it to the square. Just be careful that when he resized it, it will cut off some of that text, like
Yes.
it did when you finish and download it. So obviously review your work before you download it, and make sure that if you're going to change a theme or resize it, that it's the way you want it to be.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, looks great though. Yeah.
So this one has already been downloaded. Our quick action, as you would see here, this one is already trimmed. If I open this, you will see that all of the changes that I've created, this one is already 6 seconds. And I have mute the audio in this part. Okay. So that's how easy it is. You can use the quick actions. I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to demonstrate all of this because this will really take a lot of time,
Yeah,
and this will
it's
be another session.
been beyond an hour, and people get fidgety after.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to switch on my slides so we could just wrap this all
Yeah,
up.
great.
Let's go back. Where's my slides? I think I just minimized it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Okay. So again, quick actions for videos. I think this will be on a separate topic that we can discuss later in the future. I did some quick actions video demonstration. I'm just
Questions. Yeah, we went through those.
questions. What is the video limit for video uploads? I forgot the answer. What is the limit for video up? Oh, okay. The limit is 2 gigabytes of
That's right.
2 gigabyte of storage and 1 hour video. You can just That's the limit. Name at least 2 input video file formats supported in quick action. MP4 and MOV
Right.
and M4B. Okay. Name at least 3 video quick actions. Resize, reverse video, convert to GIF.
Right. Good.
Okay. So let's all wrap up all of this because this is info
It's great.
info rich. We have learned the following. We have learned how to create videos in Adobe Express from scratch. We have also obtained an in-depth knowledge on using Adobe Express. And we answered some common questions that we have encountered along the way and learned some new stuff, like Andrew has said about the user experience.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so that's the summary of all.
Excellent. So I want to just remind everyone to go to adobe.com/express or express.adobe.com to jump in and start creating. And don't forget, for these lives, and the lives are going to be focused on Adobe Express as well as Photoshop and Lightroom and photography focused live events. Please subscribe to Digital Art Drew on my YouTube to get notified of these live streams as well as tutorials that I will be uploading. And then to find Roland, on social networks, find him on Facebook at Roland Banez at facebook.com, on YouTube at Creative Nation Academy, on myportfolio.com, and also CC Evangelist PH at myportfolio.com. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then if you are interested in these groups on Facebook, don't forget to join my Photoshop and Lightroom group, facebook.com/group/Photoshop Lightroom group, or just do a search in the top left. as well as my digital art group. So facebook.com/groups, the digital art group, or just search for digital art group, top left. Great. And then we have a comment here. So Kat says, great prezo. Thanks so much. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see you here. So yeah, thanks everyone for being here. And we'll keep having Roland back again and again. He does a great job on all this. And maybe we'll do one where we mix the two worlds, where we have Roland working on like something in Photoshop and then bringing it into Adobe Express. So,
That's great.
yeah,
It's a
be
great
for
topic.
both worlds. So thank you so much, Roland. It was really great. And thanks everyone for attending. And yes, I will be sharing the recording after. So do keep an eye out for that. Oh, and we see Bobby's here. Nice job, guys. Good to see you, Bobby. And Kat. Yes. Great. All right. Well, thanks everyone for being here. Keep an eye out for not only mine, but also Roland's different events. He also has various different creative events that he puts out there. So follow us both. And thank you so much for being here. Thanks, Roland.